The Giants have a reincarnated Jeremy Shockey bringing the energy to the offense, but he doesn't play tight end. It's this guy right here, running back, Cam Skattebo. And this kid brings it every single carry, every single time this kid touches the rock. So that's the Eagles. Scat had a bounce back game from the Saints loss and Thursday night's win over Philly. He posted his best game in his short career with 19 carries for 98 yards and 3 tutties on the day. So, in this Blue Rush film breakdown, I'm going to highlight a couple of his runs where 44 brought the boom, and then I got to explain what those runs meant for the Giants' run game. But before we get into it, let's give a little Cam Skattebo. Whoa! Let's break this thing down, baby. All right, first play here. They window dressed a toss sweep, and this kid brought the boom at the end. We're going to watch it, then we're going to break it down on the tight. Let me get out of your way. You see the motion over here. Theo Johnson. Nice toss sweep, a lot of room, and you see him bring the wood at the end. I'm here in the stadium. You guys know I'm the in-game MC or MC. I heard the stadium. I heard how turned up he got after that run. All right, let's break this thing down because as a former wide receiver, yeah, you want to throw the ball. When you got a guy like this that can tote the rock and get you yards, oh, you are going to block for this man. All right, let's break this thing down. Again, they window dressed a toss sweep. You've got the 3x1 here. You've got the bunch with Jalen Hyatt, Wan'Dale Robinson, and Theo Johnson. That forces Vic Fangio and the Eagles defense to overload to the left side. But the Giants will start to play here, are going to motion Theo Johnson over, and it now becomes a 2-on-2 because you can't see wide receiver Lil Jordan Humphrey there. So we're going to rewind that just a little bit because I want to highlight this block from Lil Jordan Humphrey. Usually when we have these toss sweeps, we call it down, down, and around. 2 guys are blocking down the pin, and then you have a guy to wrap around or run around and clean things up. But with the way the Giants window dressed it, wide receiver who was in that tight, close split, now he goes down, the down block to seal the edge. Seal that edge rusher, level 1, level 2, doesn't matter. Whoever's the in-man line of scrimmage, you've got to go down, you've got to seal him. You saw Theo Johnson wrap around, we'll talk about him, and you're going to see as we slowly start this play, you're going to see Jermaine Illuminor now becomes the next down defender. When he sees color, he has to engage and he has to seal that block. So now this gives Cam Skattebo an entire lane to run through. Great job by Theo Johnson here looking for work. Look at the contact there. Look at all this real estate Skattebo has to run. And I'm going to make sure we play this thing in real time. When you watch the finish, boom! And he continues to go to get the first down. Everyone was hyped in the stadium. You see the players right there. I think that's Van Roten signaling for the first down. Great play design to get Cam Skattebo in space. And I love the way he delivered the blow and finished the run. All right, second play. This little Tasmanian devil is showing some grown man strength as a rookie. Let's play it, and then we're going to break it down from the tight. Giants had to score here, needed to score here after putting together a pretty solid drive. Meets 2 guys in the hole. How about that's your own little tush push right there for the Giants. Let's play this thing from the beginning because it looks even better from the tight than what it did from the wide. I don't even need to break down what the offensive line is doing here. This is all about 44. It's all about Cam Skattebo. Let's go. We'll start this, and then I'll pause it when we need to. Here you go, having some sort of talk, communication. Hey, dude, you dude. Pause it here. What do we have here, ladies and gentlemen? We've got 2 unblocked Eagles against Cam Skattebo. Now, take it back to the Chargers game when he had a one-on-one with the DB, and it was like a first or second and goal, and he got chopped down by the safety, and the Giants had to kick a field goal and not get 6 points or 7 points for the end of that drive. Fast forward to today, last Thursday night, when you've got 2 guys running free in the lane and you are imposing your will on 2 defenders. Let's finish this play like he finishes this run. Touchdown Giants on the play. The importance of having a back that can finish runs, that can put his head down, not literally, Skattebo, but can put his head down, continue to pump his feet, and to gain those tough yardage. The Giants' run game has been missing this. And on this 3-touchdown night performance, he showed that he could be that guy. Let's go on to the next play. All right, I believe that this is his best run of the night because of the way he showed patience. He exploded into the 2nd and 3rd levels, and he held on to the football. We're talking 4-minute offense here. You're trying to run the clock out, and you always love to end a game in victory formation, but you got to get the Eagles to burn some timeouts, and you got to get a first down or 2 to get that clock just tick, 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 tick. Let's play the tape, watch the run, and then, of course, we're going to break it down again. Simple handoff, great blocking, has a hole to go through, and get some hard, tough yards here for a 10-yard run. You see Andrew Thomas. Andrew Thomas, the most quiet guy on the Giants team, don't talk any trash, putting the hands out right there because he knows the importance of this run. Let's break it down on the wide. All right. The one thing that I want to highlight here, I'm not really worried about the blocking combinations or the schemes. That's O-line. Y'all go talk about what y'all do in the run. I want to highlight the patience. I want to highlight how he presses this B gap to make a linebacker commit and then cuts it backside and gets north-south. Let's watch this run right here. This kid is showing. I asked him in the locker room a couple weeks ago, when's the game started slowing down for you? He said the second half of the Dallas game, and I'm going to show you why here. This kid gets it. He knows and knows that he knows. All right, here we go. Let's start this off nice and slow. Pause it here. 53, believe that's Zach Bond. Reads this. He's trying to take that C gap away. You have a guard that pulled, I believe that's Mark Runyon Jr. I believe that's Runyon Jr. who pulls here. You got one-on-ones here. Now, what he does, and we'll slow this down, as you see him patiently press this C gap, Zach Bond is ready to shoot it, ready to meet him there. But by pressing it, he allows this pulling guard to, one, help here, seal here, and get to the second level and get a body or get contact on Zach Bond. You love it. An offensive lineman is going to love that. A patient running back that can set a block up for you to make your job a lot easier. Cam Skattebo is showing that he is the future of the Giants' run game. 98 yards on the day, 2 more yards would have gotten him his first 100-yard game. But I'm going to tell you this little bowling ball, he's built for contact. And he's rocking that 44 and making Ahmad Bradshaw proud with the way that he's running the rock. And trust me, I know that for a fact because Ahmad has said that numerous times talking about Cam Skattebo. Great bounce back game for the rookie. The way he finished the runs had the stadium all the way turned up and juiced up. And it's great to see the Giants getting some quality runs in the run game again.